U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Minnesota Vikings. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They are led out by their quarterback in his second season from Washington State, a former 6th-round pick in Gardner Minshew.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. That pass there complete to Westbrook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Jacksonville.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first carry now for Thompson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
34 on the carry.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Minshew to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Jaguars.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the gun is Minshew. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up
and the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Number 27, Leonard Fournette, the ball.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down at the
rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 21 carries, 69 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is third down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
first and goal.
Big completion there on third and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. First and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Minshew's pass.
D.D. Westbrook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
This will go for 5 up to the 33.
He's taken
the numbers a week ago for Cook. 21 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take it.
That is caught. It's Tajay Short. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or trying to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
First and 10.
In Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. He's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
That's a nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got my cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw it is Cousins. Open here downfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. 12 yards there and a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Jaguars 7, Vikings nothing.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Cousins is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 and the 6. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense...
They will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. At each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring it down just outside of the 15.
Their own 16-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after ball back quickly. That didn't happen. So kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And he completes it to Westbrook.
Minshew's pass.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Russell Douglas picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 47.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the 47-yard line.
Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There are any speed limits out there. And all three win. I was trying to chase him.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball shooting...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they...
Run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Minshew caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First down.
Minshew, 1st and 10. The cutter here, it's complete.
Minshew's
7 yards, the pickup there.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The ball carrier. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain.
Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a
best. On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On 2nd down, Minshew. The connecting here with DJ Shark.
Minshew's
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The line to get her down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And finding Keelan Cole. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements of going and making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job with the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money. You know the key to a screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you.
And he takes it in.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown, Puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. Up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Cousins on first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Joe Schobert came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now they go screen. It's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen, is complete. Already out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
48-yard line.
A first down throw for Cousins. And it's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Now a timeout taken. That's a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the Jaguars' 43-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins again. Into the hands of Thielen, complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will do it for this first half. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Josh Lambeau to kick off.
Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Solid carry there by Leonard Fournette, and last year he achieved his career high in rushing yards with nearly 1,200. Ranked 4th in the AFC, 7th in the NFL. Loves to carry the football and gets stronger as the game goes on.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
At the 3-yard line.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He had that critical fumble on the last drive, of course, and that, at least to this point, is the difference in the game.
And when I see those types of things happen, I often take a step back now. Younger in my career, I was probably way more critical about ball security, taking care of it, and what it does to a team. And in this case, it cost his team because ultimately they got the touchdown. I was doing a high school game years ago in the state of Florida. Frank Gore, with the Indianapolis Colts, were starring in that game, had 3 fumbles in the first half. Ran for over 300 yards and shredded the team. Be very careful about getting on your top runner too much.
Yeah, you can put that in the rearview mirror, look forward, let's see if he can respond. First down, here's the run with Cook. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver field. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. Vikings have once again taken the lead. Bailey now for the extra point. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Tackled just shy of the 25.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. There's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from a defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun is Minshew. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
On the play leads to 2nd and
they'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Minshew sets to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Minshew's pass.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Lambeau is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
4-24.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? It's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. Dalvin Cook in the last of the season made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense. And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to line that down. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try to make a better play. There's really no one else running a pattern. They should be open.
He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Cousins. To Jefferson on the slam. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. He's giving them a little jolt, just gave them the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And they got the extra point. They will take a 7-point lead. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you have green on it.
Get one goal. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 87 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now out comes Minnesota. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Complete to Tajay Sharp.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Those gloves do have a little grip to them.
They have extra tackiness to them now. I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running on first first down is cooked, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down.
Tackled at the
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins to throw. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Kyle Rudolph.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Cousins. And he finds his target. It's sharp. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to the ground. Cole. And that's a touchdown as they break another tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on that sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
So Minshew and the Jaguars down by 7, 40 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Here's Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Working with a 2nd and 3. He's back to throw. Throw here, that's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
38.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Vikings, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile for Jack.